Cek satu cek. Cek cek. Cek. Cek satu cek.
Delay dia.
Cek.
Masukkan.
Tes. Ladies and gentlemen, our opening ceremony is about to begin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam,
Om Swastiastu,
Namo Buddhaya.
salam kebajikan.
Tabi pun.
This is special greeting of Lampung. If I say tabi pun, kindly answer ya pun. I repeat once more. Tabi pun.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Itara Ballroom.
Welcome to Lampung, Sumatera, Indonesia.
The Honorable Rector of Institute Teknologi Sumatera.
The Honorable Management of Institute Teknologi Sumatera.
The Honorable Keynote Speaker from Kyoto University, Professor Shozo SHIBATA.
And our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, praise due to Allah, because of Him we can gather here, 14 September at GKU Hall Building for Stadium General Bamboo and Japanese Landscape Architecture.
Ladies and gentlemen, let we start this event with recite Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
We move to the first agenda, singing Indonesian national anthem. We respectfully ask the audience to arise. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to invite Rector of Institute Teknologi Sumatera, Professor Dr. Inyoman Pugek Arianta, to deliver opening remarks.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Praise be to God Almighty, the most gracious and the most merciful. Due to His mercy and grace, we are able to attend this meeting on the international forum in International Stadium General. Topic Bamboo and Japanese Landscape Architecture with guest lecturer Professor Shozo SHIBATA from Kyoto University. It is a very honor, very grateful for us. We are very lucky to have world-class scientists from Japan. Thank you very much, Professor SHIBATA, and we are very grateful to have you here. Hopefully this event is a start for our collaboration in the future to strengthen the academic linkages between Institute Teknologi Sumatera, especially to Kyoto University and also other universities in Japan and also other countries. This topic, I believe, very important topic, especially in anticipating the future development in any aspect of our life, because since the meeting by world leaders last year in Glasgow, our students, my dear students, you are very lucky today to have world-class scientists will sharing his experience and also his knowledge in specific topic in architecture and also the natural resources as the material to do construction for whatever aspect in our life using bamboo. From my very little knowledge regarding this aspect, bamboo is a very ideal because growing very fast and also they have certain anatomy, also strength regarding the material for construction. I believe bamboo is very ideal. In our country, if I'm not sure, we have at least more than, please correct me if I'm wrong, more than 50 species of bamboo, I think. This is also good potential for our future development using bamboo as a construction material, not only for construction, for housing. Also lately, I just remember one of our student group in landscape group, just winning the second or third category, in designing bamboo bridge made of bamboo. This is one achievement. It's very significant achievement for our university. So I hope this will inspire dear students, and please share now, use this opportunity to learn as much as you can, ask the question, since our sensei will be here, and during maybe more than 1 hour, he will share his experience and also knowledge regarding bamboo in architecture aspect. So without further ado, I once again thanks Professor SHIBATA and our very highly appreciations for your coming today, and I hope again we can continue these collaborations between Institute Teknologi Sumatera and Kyoto University for the future development, especially in constructions. We are very keen, look forward to wait you come again, and our units in this case, Research Institute and International Office of Institute Teknologi Sumatera, already initiating this event. Thank you very much. Dr. Putra and colleagues, I cannot mention everyone, all of the lecturer. Thank you very much for all of you have been initiating for this event, and I hope this event will bring maximum benefit for us, especially for our students. May God guide us, help us to pursue whatever positive lecture today strengthen our academic activities in the future. Thank you very much, and God bless us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Professor Inyuman.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we will handling souvenir.
We would like to invite Professor Shozo SHIBATA from Kyoto University to come to the stage. We invite management of Institute Teknologi Sumatera to take a picture together.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we come to our main program, Studium General Bamboo and Japanese Landscape Architecture, who will be led by our moderator, Mr. Anggi Mardianto.
First of all, let me introduce him. Mr. Anggi Mardianto's last education was master majoring in landscape architecture at IPB University, an international environment and disaster management laboratory at Kyoto University, and currently studying PhD at the Laboratory of Landscape Ecology and Planning at Kyoto University. Mr. Anggi Mardianto is a lecturer in Landscape Architecture, Institute Technology Sumatra.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Anggi Mardianto.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear Professor and College, and also the audience in this event, thank you very much for your coming today. So now we are very lucky. We have a special case from the Kyoto University, Professor Shozo SHIBATA, and actually he is the most famous professor in our graduate school, and he has so many students, and it's very, very competitive to join his laboratory. So now we are very lucky to having him in our university. So before I give my mic to Professor Shozo SHIBATA, let me introduce a very short brief for Professor Shozo SHIBATA. Actually, he is one of the most famous in bamboo. Yes, Sensei. And he is, I think, the board ambassador of bamboo. And also, and now he become the professor in laboratory of landscape architecture, Graduate School of Agriculture, and also laboratory of landscape ecology and planning, Graduate School of Global Environmental Studies, Kyoto University. It's very easy to saw his curriculum vitae or his profile in the website, the Kyoto University website, and also very easy for student also to see. Maybe the student here intend to join, maybe after your graduation, to join with with me in Kyoto University. I think since we're very welcome to maybe discuss or something with you. And maybe to short the time, I will give the microphone for you, and you can share. This you can use this one. You can, okay. Sensei. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, hello everyone. It was a little bit long waiting time, but I will start my lecture. But at first I want to send a special thanks to the ITERA teachers, and I am very happy to make lecture here because for me, the Sumatra is the first place for me to visit. Yeah, I visited many times, so many times to the Java and the Bali, but the Sumatra is the first time. Yes, so I'm very happy to come here. And then today, Andy Mardiant introduced me as a bamboo specialist. Yes, it is true. But at the same time, I have many specialty. Yeah, for example, about forest management or the forestry, and also including the bamboo. And also, I'm a professor of the landscape architecture in Kyoto University. And also, I have two laboratories in Kyoto University. One is a landscape architecture. Another one is a landscape ecology. So they are quite different academia, but it is very important thing when we consider about the recovery or the restoration of the nature. So from the view of the landscape architecture, we can consider the design suitable for the environment. And at the same time, from the view of the landscape ecology, we must make many researches to understand the nature itself. And under such kind of experience, we can make superior design. At the same time, we can find a good solution. For example, nowadays, many people in the world said nature-based solution. You understand? And on the other hand, from the view of the developing the nature or the cities like that, in these categories, most important keyword now is the LID, low impact development. Yeah, this is also very important things. And then today, I will introduce the bamboo. Yeah, bamboo is very familiar for you maybe in these countries. And also I know I have a very good friend in DP as a very wonderful bamboo taxonomist. Yeah, and at the same time, we also have a culture using a bamboo, and also in Indonesia, not only in Indonesia, but also in Japan. We also have bamboo culture also. And through such kind of culture, we have some skills to use bamboo in landscape architecture. So today, I will introduce some conditions, mainly in the East Asian countries, mainly in Japan. Yeah, and in East Asian countries, meaning that adding to Japan, the Korea, China, and Taiwan like that. Okay, so I will start my lecture. Today's title is Bamboo and Japanese Landscape Architecture. Okay, at first, this way. Or can you see them? Okay. Yes, so I already talked to you that bamboo is a very important, especially from the view of the landscape architect, to get a very beautiful scenery. Yes, so, and it was based on the bamboo culture, not only in the tropical areas, like in Japan. Japan is a temperate zone, but we have a bamboo, yeah, and we can find many horticultural use, and we can see, yes, so maybe we like to use bamboo in many gardens and parks, yeah, including in Indonesia. Oh. Okay, when we try to understand about bamboo, this is a map of the bamboo distribution area in the world. Yes, so, oh. Not good. Can you see the red point? No. Maybe. So, okay. So you can understand that mainly in the Southeastern Asian area is very important. Yeah, center of the bamboo distribution, you understand. And the second center is in the South America. Yes, but the diversity of bamboo species in the world, Southeastern Asian countries, including Indonesia, is very important. And so you can understand, in case of Japan in case of East Asian countries, the distribution area of bamboo is very north. Yes, so in the world, only in the East Asian countries and in the South American countries, Chile and Argentina, only in these two areas we can find bamboo in temperate zone. Yeah, in addition these two areas, we can also find a cool temperate area in the high elevation mountain area in Himalaya and Andes in South America. Yes, but we must understand about this. There is two kinds of styles of bamboo. The right-hand side, it will be very familiar for you. Yeah, so we can see the clamp style bamboo. Yeah, it is very familiar. But in Japan or in South America and in the high elevation areas, they don't have the clamp style. So left-hand side show the distribution of the columns of bamboo in the temperate zone areas. So in this case, you can see the no. Oh, what happened? What happened? Yes, so in temperate zone, the bamboo have a very long rhizomes. In the tropical areas, we cannot find any rhizomes, but in the temperate zone, they have a very long rhizomes. It is important things when we consider about bamboo culture in the temperate zone. Yes, this is a picture of the temperate zone bamboo. Yes, so you can understand that each column can see in the scattered condition, like the left-hand side photo. And also they have very hardy against the coldness. So in Japan, we can enjoy the landscape of bamboo forest. In winter season, the right-hand side, you can see the bamboo with snow. Yes, so in Japan, we can enjoy such kind of a landscape even in the very cold seasons. Oh. Okay. And so, of course, I understand that in the many tropical countries, including Indonesia, there are very unique, interesting bamboo culture. But today I will introduce another kind of bamboo culture in China and Japan. Yes, so as already introduced to you, the bamboo style in these areas are quite different from the tropical area. Yes, and maybe someone knows that Japan has a very big, under the very big influence from China in very long history, more than 1,000 years. Yes, so at the same time, but we had some influence from China, include about the bamboo use, and so in Japan, in the old books from the records, we can understand that there was a landscaping use of bamboo in Japan from 9th century. And most oldest record we can find from the 15th century. It means that in some Japanese old historic gardens, we can find the use of the bamboo. Okay, so we can see such kind of gardens. The oldest gardens in Japan using bamboo is from the 11th century, about 1,000 years ago. Yes, this is the most oldest example of plant the bamboo in the Kyoto Imperial Palace. This garden style was introduced from China about 1,000, maybe 200 or 300 years ago. Yes, so we can understand only 2 species of bamboos are planted in the very large areas. Yeah, other part is covered by the white sand. Yes, this is the example of the old style gardens under the influence of China. Okay, so this is the copy from the horticulture book in Japan. It was published on the 18th centuries. So already in this period, we can understand that many people found the many horticultural styles of bamboo species. Yeah, and at the same time, we can say the same things also in China. This is also the horticulture book in 18th centuries. In China, also many Chinese people understand about such kind of horticultural species of bamboo. And at the same time, in China, in southern part, there is a clamp style bamboo. And the northern part, they can find the temperate zone bamboo. So they already distinguish 2 types of bamboos in China from at least more than 300 years ago. Yes, so such kind of things is very important, and still now we can find many horticultural species of bamboo, like in these photos with the yellow stripe or the black columns. A black column bamboo you also have in Indonesia. Yeah, in the maybe the clamp style black bamboo you have, and now you can I can see many gardening use in the garden in Indonesia and also in Singapore. We can find many gardening use of such kind of tree bamboo species, and also we can find many bamboo species with yellow stripes on leaves, white stripes like that. We can find such kind of horticulture species we can find. Yes, so today I don't have enough time, so I will introduce only about bamboo horticulture use, mainly in Japan. Additionally, I will introduce some examples from other countries today. So mainly in Japan, the bamboo are used for the many purposes, for screening, or for the approaches, or the frontiers planting, and spot garden planting, or the tea garden, and some wild bamboo forest use. And at the same time, it is a great characteristics of Japan. We have many very small sized bamboo we call sasa, or the dwarf bamboo. These kind of species are used for the ground cover. They are like lawn. Yes. And also we can find the hedge planting and scattered planting as the annex landscape. Yeah, like that. So from now I will introduce some examples. This is an example of the screening for the plantation. And also this is the planting for the approaches. This is a very Japanese landscape, I think. But most of you don't understand that what is the Japan style. But we Japanese feel that such kind of landscaping is very Japanese. Yes, and this is, we can see the approaches, and along these approach side, we can see the bamboo forest. And also this is the example of the front yard planting. This garden is possessed by Kyoto University, and Kyoto University have such kind of old Japanese style garden. Yeah, and also we can see the spot garden planting. Yes, so bamboo is very easy to plant on the very narrow spaces like this. And tea garden, someone knows that one of the most important Japanese culture, there is a tea ceremony, tea culture, like that. And so such kind of houses, tea ceremony houses are also surrounded by the planted bamboo, like this. And also at the same time, we can understand that these very small houses, we call chashitsu, tea ceremony houses. The material of such kind of tea ceremony houses are usually bamboo in many cases. Yes, also people are trying to use a wild bamboo forest like this. This is a part of the broad Japanese style garden. But these bamboo forests are the very natural. It is planted for the riverside protection. And then, so later, the people use this planted bamboo forest for the screening like this. And this is a use of the ground cover plantation using a dwarf bamboo, very small bamboo. Usually the height of them in natural condition is about 1 meter. But by the pruning of them, we can see many examples of the ground cover uses of dwarf bamboo, like in these photo. All these photos are taken in the very historic Japanese garden. Yes, so we Japanese have been using the many bamboo species in many purposes. Yes, this is the use for the hedge. Or you can see many examples also in Indonesia. Yes, yesterday I also see such kind of hedge planting in Bogor. Yes, so maybe such kind of use will be very popular for Indonesian people also, I think. Okay, this is a scattered planting as annex landscapes. Yeah, this is also important point. Usually we use in such kind of spaces small dwarf bamboos or the middle-sized bamboos. Yes, in the main gardens, we use these kind of bamboos. Yes, this is a very famous garden in Japan, in Kyoto. we call this is a Katsura Villa garden. This garden is decided as a World Heritage in Kyoto. And in these historic gardens, this garden was established up on the beginning of the 17th century. In these gardens, also we can find many use example of the bamboo. Yes, so you can understand, maybe you can understand that we Japanese continue to use bamboo in the many gardens. Yes, this is also the example of the bamboo used in garden. At the same time, in Japan, we also use the bamboo as a materials. Yes, there are many types of bamboo fences we can find in Japanese gardens. I don't know well about Indonesian case. I don't have enough knowledge about the bamboo used as a materials of fence. If you know, please teach me later. I want to take photo about this. But in Japan, we can find many kind of designs as I show you here. Yes, so it is also a part of the garden. And also such kind of one. So you can understand by the change of the weaving skills, we can design many kind of many styles of bamboo fence. They are usually used for gardening, but at the same time, they use only for the fence. Yes. Okay, and also now, now I introduce only about the bamboo use in the historic gardens, but also nowadays we can find many bamboo use in the modern design. Yes, so we believe that we can use them. The shape of the bamboo is very much with modern styles buildings like that. Yeah, also in the tropical areas, you use many bamboo species like Stylostakis siamensis, like that. It is very much well to the building. So bamboo is very good materials for the modernized garden also. Okay, and also now we can find some bamboo used in the atrium spaces. It means that inside the building. Yes, so this is some examples using the modernized, modern style gardens. And also we can see such kind of one. Yes, this is inside the botanic gardens and along the alleys. And in front of the stations, we can find such kind of bamboo use. And also for the street trees, sometimes we use the bamboos. And also some American landscape architects like to use bamboo like this. So in their cases, they don't understand where the characteristics of bamboo. So sometimes we need to advise them. Yeah, they can make a design, but they cannot plant them. So we must make a discussion with them. Yes, these photos are the design of a USA landscape architect in Japan, but the American landscape architects don't know well about the characteristics of the bamboo. So I advised them how to enjoy the bamboo in the green spaces in their design. Yes, And at the same time, in the urbanized areas, it is very difficult to find enough spaces for green. But for example, from the photo of the left-hand side, we can understand we can use bamboo in the very narrow spaces. Maybe it is very similar in the Southeastern Asian countries. We can find such kind of examples of bamboo use. Yes, it will be very difficult to use other species, even in the Asian countries. Yeah, in such spaces, we can always find a bamboo plantation. Yeah. And yes, this is the official residence of the Japanese Prime Minister. Yeah, when Japanese garden designers consider to create the very Japan-like spaces, suddenly they remember the bamboo, and they plant the bamboo like this. Okay, this is an example to plant bamboos inside the building. Yes, also inside the building, when we keep in good temperature under water conditions, we can make such kind of green spaces inside the building. Yes, this is an example from the Kansai International Airport. Yes, here also we can find such kind of bamboo plantation. But the designer of Kansai International Airport Terminal Bill is Italian. Yeah, Italian designer, architect designed this terminal. But he also wanted to plant a bamboo because Kansai International Airport is in Japan. Yes, so according to his design, we try to plant a bamboo like this. Yes, it means that for the many European people, the bamboo is the image of the tropical or the subtropical and a very exotic plant. They feel so. And so for this Italian designer, for this Italian architect, bamboo was also very exotic plant for him. Okay, so now we can find many horticultural use of bamboo in the world. Yes, so the introduction of bamboo to Europe and USA is about 150 or 200 years ago. Till then, there was no bamboo in European countries. But many European people still now love bamboo because especially the case of bamboo in the East Asian countries or the high elevation areas, it means that the temperate zone bamboo, they can tolerant against the coldness. So it means that they can plant bamboos in their own gardens without any protection from the coldness. Yes, so many people, especially in European countries, like to plant the bamboo. But before that, I want to introduce some examples planting bamboo at first in China. Yes, this is the photo from Chengdu in Sichuan areas of China. Yes, so we can see the many bamboo plantations. Yes, this is also from Chengdu. This is a bamboo park, a historic bamboo park. Yeah, we can see that similar one. Also, we can see such kind of spaces in Indonesia. No? Maybe at least in Bogor Botanic Gardens, we can see such kind of landscape. Yes, this is one example. It is 22 years ago. It was held the horticultural expo in Kunming, Yunnan district. We can see such kind of bamboo construction. And at the same time, do you know bonsai? Yes, such kind of technology are very, very skillful in China and Japan. And also bonsai idea also we can find in, for example, in Vietnam. So how is the Indonesian areas? Maybe sometimes we can see the very bonsai-like pruning in Indonesia. Yes, so maybe you can have a skill to make bonsai using bamboo. Maybe there will be such kind of skills in Bali, like that. This is my image. And also we can see in the modernized parks, public parks in China. I took these photos in Beijing. Yeah, Beijing is also very cold area. And so this is from Vietnam. In the local areas, we can find such kind of fencing using bamboos. And maybe this is from Indonesia. I took this photo in Yogyakarta. Yes, so as a horticultural uses, we can find such kind of bamboo use. Yeah, it will be very familiar for you. Yes, so I took this photo in Thailand. Also, you can see this kind of pruning of bamboo in Indonesia. No, I don't know. Yeah, please let me know later. This is an example from Nepal and India. And then also in the European countries, I took these photos in UK. We can find many bamboo plantation in the gardens. Yes, they use all the bamboo species in these photos are from East Asian countries and from Andes Mountains. Yes, so this is an English manor house, and in front of this manor house we can find the dwarf bamboo from Japan. Yeah, and in addition we can see very interesting plantation in manor house garden in UK. Yes, all the trees are pruned, but only bamboo are not pruned. This is the characteristics of their bamboo use. Yes, also in the private gardens and the public gardens, we can find the bamboo use in the European houses gardens. Yes, so also in Belgium and also in Antwerp, in Belgium, we can see the potted planted bamboo like this. And also, if you want to see bamboo in the European cities, at first I recommend you to go to the zoo. Yeah, in the zoological garden, European people always use the bamboo as a horticultural species. Okay, this is from Paris. Yeah, we can see the bamboo used in Paris, La Villette Park. This is a La Villette Park. Okay, then, so I introduced many examples. This is from the American, this is a South French, France area, and from the Netherlands. And this is in the USA, from some botanic gardens, we can find the use of the bamboo like this. Yes, this is in New York. In the inside the building, they also try to use bamboo like this. Yes, so many European people and the USA people also like to use the bamboo for the gardening like this. And also from now, I will briefly introduce about some example. So till now, I introduced you that the bamboo is very useful for gardening and greening, but many people in the world, not only in Japan, many people say that bamboo is old. There are more than 1,000 species in the world, but they say only one bamboo. It means that they cannot distinguish the difference of the management or difference of the plantation. It is a skill to keep bamboo in good conditions. Yes, also in Japan, we have many dwarf bamboo species. Yes, but now many landscape architects don't know where the difference about many species. And also in dwarf bamboo, only about the dwarf bamboo, in Japan we have more than 150 species with 7 genera. But they say that all of them are the one word, dwarf bamboo. Yeah, so it meaning that the management is very difficult for them. And so, for example, one genera about the dwarf bamboo endemic to Japan is the genus Sasa. The genus Sasa, even in case of genus Sasa, there is 4 sections. Yeah, and according to the sections, the distribution area is different. So it means that each distribution areas are keeping the different climate conditions. So the characteristics of each species are different. Yes, so in Japan, I already introduced you that they are used for the ground cover plants in gardens. Yes, so I show you the condition for the ground cover plants, but now I will not explain in detail here. If you need, please see the handout data, maybe there. And at the same time, yes, I already talked to you that there is a differences of environmental adaptability, but the people don't understand well about such kind of differences. Okay, so this is one example. I make investigation by myself. According to the species or according to the genuses, this is a seasonal change in the growth of rhizomes. Yes, according to the genus, the season of elongation of rhizome is a little bit different. So we need to understand about such kind of differences when we consider the better maintenance of them. Also, this is a seasonal change of the rhizome growth in the large-sized bamboo. Yes, in Japan, the large-sized bamboo belongs to only one genus called Philostachys. Yes, even in the one genus, this is an example from the 3 species in the same genus. But you can understand that the seasonal change of the elongation or the rhizome growth is a little bit different. Yes, this is the example of the growth of dwarf bamboos. At the same time, we can see that some species will die out only in 1 or 2 years, but another dwarf bamboo species can survive more than 4 years. Yes, so we can change the consideration about the management of each genus or each species. Yes, this is also the seasonal change of the leaf numbers. Yes, this is also we can find some species don't change seasonally, but some species change dynamically, increase in summer season and decrease in winter season. Yes, so this is a seasonal change of some dwarf bamboo species planted in open area at Kyoto. So here I show 5 species characteristics. Yes, according to the species, the characteristics of each species are quite different. You can understand from this. Today, I cannot explain in detail about this. Yes, and also when we consider about the maintenance of them, we can understand the difference of each species or each genuses. This slide shows about the soil moisture and the soil texture. And also we can show you the difference of growth according to the light intensities. Yes, so some species can grow well in the comparatively dark condition, but some other species likes more light condition, bright condition. Yes, so how to maintain them, how to manage them? When we consider about this kind of things, we need, this is a very important thing, even in Indonesia. Yeah, when you try to plant the many species, some species, at first we need to have an image of where each species grow in the nature condition. Yeah, some species can be seen in the forest floor, and some species will be found along the open areas. Yeah, so according to the light condition or their own habitat, the maintenance or the management methodology will also change, should be changed. Yeah, this kind of things is very easy for you. Yeah, each species, where each species exist in the natural condition. Yeah, it is very important thing to when we consider the garden use of them. Yes, this is also the seasonal change of the leaf number in case of SHIBATA kumasaka. Yeah, in the dark conditions, it will be very difficult to keep in the same number of leaves. In the dark condition, they will increase and decrease according to the seasons. And this is not a good condition for this species. Okay, so this is only focus about the light intensity. So I write the characteristics of each species here about the 3 species. Yeah, but it will be difficult for you to read them. Yeah, the screen is too small, so I will not say anything about this. If you have an interest, please see the handout data later. Yes, and I summarized the study research results here. Also, I mentioned about 4 species, environmental condition of some species. Okay, and so I summarized about, I think also we need to think about the maintenance, how to maintain the dwarf bamboos. Yeah, in many cases, we can consider about fertilizing, pruning, and watering, and chemical spraying. Now, chemical spraying is not recommended, but so we can change the chemical spraying to the another more better nutrient. Okay, also about the reaction to pruning and the fertilizing of some dwarf bamboo species. I showed here about 4 species. Unfortunately now I cannot explain now about them. Yes, and so as a result of my observation, I summarized here about how to use them effectively. Here about 3 species. Okay, next one is how to produce the nursery plants in tropical area, including Indonesia. Maybe nursery plant for the horticultural use, yeah, is easy, yeah, by the cutting system, cutting and penetrate to the soil. You can get new seedlings, nursery plants. Yes, but in case of the temperate zone bamboo, it is a little bit difficult. Yes, so this is an example from Vietnam. In the tropical areas, they can get very easily. They can get nursery plants by such kind of systems. Yes. And also in China, there are many examples we can find in the factories. We can see such kind of systems. And also they are making, penetrating the branches to the soils. Yes, and also in Japan, we used the cut of the rhizomes, including some columns, and put into the pot. Yes, and so in this recent Japan, bamboo is mainly planted for the landscape of greening, and bamboo used for landscaping is increasing. Yeah, and also we can see some examples, but usually in Japan, the people make nursery plants by rhizome cutting. And like this. Yes, the size of the pot is around 7 to 10 centimeters in diameter. Yes, and also we can see the greening examples like this in Japan. Okay, and so before the 1970s, such kind of pot planting was not appeared. So after the 1970s, this style was developed in Japan, and now in all over the world we can find these styles of the pot planting. Yes, this is one example. And now, yes, no, sorry, I don't have enough time, so I will introduce you. The production style is now mainly in the pot planting. Yes, and this is a list of the nursery plant products about the bamboo species in Japan. Yes, more than 1 million pots are produced every year. And also we can find the same phenomena even in UK. They don't have bamboo, but now in UK nurseries, many species of bamboos are produced as nursery plants like this. So we can understand that many European people love bamboo very much. Okay. At the same time, maybe also in Indonesia, you have the same feelings about a bamboo or forest from the view of the disaster avoidance. In case of Japan, there is some saying that when earthquake comes, we must run away into the bamboo forest, because in case of Japan, the many bamboo species have a network of the rhizomes. So just after the earthquake, we must go into run away into bamboo forest. This is old saying in Japan. But at the same time, against the tsunami, we can find a similar effect about the bamboo forest in Japan. Yes, I think that in case of Indonesia, the similar effects will be expected to the palm tree plantation on the seashore, I think. Yes, the network of rhizomes of monopodial type bamboo is very important. Yes, so in case of Japanese bamboos, we can find that in 1 hectare underground part of the 1 hectare, at least we can find more than 5 kilometers of rhizome in total. Yeah, in 100 meter by 100 meter, inside this land, we can find at least totally 5 kilometers rhizomes. Yeah, so it is a very high density. So some people say that after the earthquake, we must go run away into the bamboo forest. Okay, then so I already talked to you about many things about bamboo, but now I must finish my lecture. So I will introduce some examples. This is a new greening using natural dwarf bamboo vegetation. Before the development of this is an example of the road construction. We keep the topsoil, including the bamboo rhizomes. We cut in block, and then after the developing construction work of the slope, we return such kind of blocks on the newly constructed slope. This is some examples. Yes, using such kind of technique, civil engineering technique, we can keep the native vegetation. We don't need to buy the new material from the other areas. If we can keep the original vegetation on site, yeah, we can use them directly after the construction work, civil engineering work. Yes, the photos below shows such kind of examples. Yes, so this kind of development style is one of the example of the nature-based solution, I think. And at the same time, this is a low-impact development to the nature of each areas. Yes, also we have many examples to nature-based solution systems to recover or to restore the nature in the target areas. The below, right below photo is using tropical bamboos in Japan. Yes, this is only the weaving of the bamboo columns after the construction work. Yeah, and then from this weaving, many bamboo will recover again naturally. And so 1 or 2 years later here we can find the bare tissue bamboo forest naturally. Yes, this kind of use of the nature power, natural power, it will be very important when we consider about the development of the nature or the urbanization. Yes, this is a left-hand side. This is 1 year later after the weaving of bamboo. Oh yeah. Okay. So yes, again. Yes. This is one example using a topsoil block. Yeah. Okay, so from one block, we can see the recovery of the natural vegetation, including the dwarf bamboo, but not only about the dwarf bamboos. We can see some tree species. These species are included inside the block by sheaths or sometimes stumps by after cutting. Yes, so this block is very rich in the nature. Yes, so if we can keep the natural vegetation on the developed site, we can use them directly after the development work. Okay, so also the bamboo forest is important for the ecotourism when we consider. Yes, for example, in Japan, we can see such kind of bamboo forest landscape. And here, the very famous in Kyoto, many tourists visit here to enjoy the bamboo forest landscape. Yes, if you can keep in the beautiful condition, the bamboo forest will become the very important source for the ecotourism. This is one example. Okay, so it's already time. I must finish. As today's conclusion, I want to say that there is a high value in bamboo as a bioresources at first. Today, I cannot explain enough about this, but we have, of course, including the Indonesian people, we have a very large quantity of technique and knowledge to use the bamboo as a resources. And at the same time, furthermore, we can find more fascinating value as a horticultural material. Today, I mainly explain about this. In addition, the evaluation of disaster avoidance and ecotourism, I already explained today, it is also important. And concerning to the horticultural use, Japan has been keeping on high level. I believe so. And also, I think that Indonesian people also have the high skill. So we must respect such kind of technique, I think. Yes, but sometimes people don't know the difference of the genus level or the species level. So some researchers must show the differences by themselves. In Japan, I did it about 30 years ago, more, yes. And so now many Japanese people understand about the difference of the bamboo according to genus and the species. Okay, so I think that today I explained many things through bamboo. Yes, of course, I'm a bamboo specialist in the world, but I always discuss with other kinds of people. It means that with civil engineering people and architects and some economists, yeah, and also including the ecologist, botanist, like that. But we always need to consider how to integrate such kind of many kind of fields. Yes, so we have many knowledges now, but many people have only one specialty, but need more specialties, I think. Yeah, so in my case, at first I started research of bamboo for the landscaping materials. But now I talked with many kind of people, with architects, how to plant bamboo, and with a landscape ecologist, how to keep the bamboo forest in good condition to keep for example, for the environmental mitigation, to get the environmental mitigation function. Especially in the urbanized areas, it is very important thing now. And to recommend such kind of things, we must discuss about the low impact development, nature-based solution, like that. When we consider about the severe environment, especially in the urban areas, we need to integrate such many kind of knowledge. Yes, today I introduce such kind of things through bamboo. Yeah, okay, it's already time. I must finish. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for SHIBATA saying it's a very amazing presentation today. Thank you very much, Sensei. So at first, I want to give the opportunity. So actually, now it's time for discussion. So at first, I will give the opportunity for three participants or three audience to speak your mind. Maybe you want to give the questions, comment, or experience. And I think the committee also already prepared several door prize for the participant who give the question and also comment. Okay, maybe maybe the committee can help to give the mic. After that, Farid. Okay, you can.
Okay, Professor. Let me introduce myself. My name is Arina Alhaki and I study urban planning. A few months ago, I went to Japanese embassies in Jakarta and I got magazines about Japanese architecture. And the fact that I found in the magazines is that Japanese architecture start to live in concrete to build building as a main material and make wood as priority, such as Kengo Kuma-san, who designed Tokyo International Studio for Olympics 2020, which is made from a whole bamboo, if I'm not mistaken. For a whole wood material, if I'm not mistaken. So my question is it possible to make bamboo, or is there any species of bamboo that can substitute concrete as a main material to build a permanent building or even skyscraper? That is. Sorry, Dake.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that in case of Indonesia, you want to know. In case of Japan? Sorry?
In the whole world, probably, is there any species?
Maybe about the tropical bamboo, your country's people understand very well, I think. So when you go around the city areas, you can find many bamboo species. Yeah, one of the most important species will be the siamensis, Silosostatium siamensis. You can see the many small clump plantation in hotels, like that. Maybe now I don't know where about this city. Maybe after this lecture I will go around, so I cannot say the example. But for example, in Jakarta, yeah, or Surabaya, like that, in such kind of cities, you can find good examples. Yes, and so you can learn from such kind of examples. Yeah, I'm not a specialist in the tropical areas bamboo species, especially for the urban cleaning. So I cannot say the species name enough, but you can find by yourself. Yeah, most important thing for us is to not to learn only from book. Yeah, you must learn from your own experience by walking many sites. Yeah, and please find by yourself about like a bamboo species. Okay.
So
Yeah, I believe you're a student.
urban planning.
Urban planning. Okay, okay. You are now studying the urban planning. Yeah, especially you must go walking around the urban areas by yourself. No? Okay, you can make a design in the room. Yeah. Okay.
Domo arigato.
This is my recommendation for you.
Semoga terjawab ya. Okay, maybe next questions. To Farid, I think from architecture. Farid, silakan.
Konnichiwa. Okay, this is a great occasion for sure. Like, let me introduce myself. I'm Farid Ramadan, but please call me Faid. Faid desu, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So it's been a while. Like, it's really good occasion. I can meet you in a person for sure. I'm coming here because like I first the title first bamboo. I really interesting about the bamboo for sure. And the last slide I saw about the ecotourism. I really interesting about it. The question is quite simple. Like, is it possible for ecotourism? I mean, like, make a bamboo. We create a concept with the bamboo to be an ecotourism concept. And the first maybe in Bandar Lampung for sure, for the land, there is no bamboo anymore. But when we're trying to put the concept ecotourism, is it possible or not? If the bamboo resort is so less, maybe only that for sure. It's really good occasion again, Mr. Anggi. Can meet you again. Maybe only that. Thank you very much.
Your question, maybe I try to catch your question. If in the region
Yes.
the bamboo resource is very limited, right?
Yep.
So is it possible to develop the ecotourism?
Yeah, to put ecotourism
based-
inside.
Yeah, inside. So if possible, maybe you have maybe any suggestion how to develop such kind of ecotourism using bamboo in the area.
Yes, so usually about the bamboo, the natural bamboo is not so beautiful, I think.
I guess so.
Usually, a bamboo forest, beautiful bamboo forest can be found in the village areas like that. So it means that such kind of bamboo forests are maintained, managed by the villagers to get timber, to get bamboo shoot, like that. So I think that beautiful bamboo forest landscape can be found under the maintenance, management of the people. So such kind of landscape managed by the people, villagers, they can use as the target of the ecotourism, I think. So I can change the word from ecotourism to agro-tourism, like
Okay,
that.
thank you.
Yeah, so I think I already talked it that natural bamboo forest is not so beautiful, so it will be difficult to use as ecotourism. This is my idea or the opinion.
Okay, thank you very much for your answers.
Okay. You
So-
can get the answer, right?
Yeah, but the conclusion is like for make a ecotourism could be like 50-50, right? So we can change ecotourism to be agri-tourism, right?
Yeah. So actually, in the natural situation, the bamboo forest is not so beautiful. So the sensei give you recommendation if you want to use bamboo forest as your ecotourism resources. I think the most possible way is you have to find, is there any such kind of bamboo forest managed by local people?
Okay,
So
thank you very much.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Sensei. Maybe, is there any other questions or comment? Or maybe I want to give the opportunity to someone who sit in the corner.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you, Professor, for the lectures. I'm really interested about the topic, but let me introduce myself. My name is Aldrian Trio from Atmospheric and Planetary Sciences program. So during your presentations about the bamboos and type of bamboos, I'm interested about the dwarf bamboos. And you say that there is effect from the seasonal pattern and something like that. And I'm curious about why you choose dwarf bamboo and what the difference between dwarf bamboos and tall bamboos, and how dwarf bamboo will affect the atmosphere composition and something like that. I think that's my question. Thank you so much.
Maybe okay, I try to get your questions. Maybe the dwarf bamboo is very difficult to find in our country. So maybe can you explain more about what is the dwarf bamboo, sasa bamboo, and the effectivity to like such kind of environmental services, like the morphology, like the characteristic of growing on something. Because we have no dwarf bamboo.
Yes, so in Indonesia it will be difficult to find a dwarf bamboo, but you can find many horticultural species. Yeah, and also some species are not so large. And I don't have any experience, but some species can be used as a ground cover like that. Maybe the height of 30 centimeter, 40 centimeter. I think it will be it will be possible, but there is no trial. But for example, in the mountainous area in the southern part of China, they have a dwarf bamboo. So I must ask to the taxonomist in Indonesia. I will ask again to the taxonomist in LIPI. Maybe she knows a good species. Yeah, but there is no dwarf bamboo, but there is some vine, like a vine, yeah. Vine bamboo species are there in the tropical area. So you can use them for the horticultural purpose. I think there is some possibility to use them as a garden plant. Now, there are many species in Indonesia, but maybe only some species only used for the gardening or the landscape architecture. So there are many more species maybe in the nature of Indonesia. Yeah, please check them again. Yeah, perhaps you can find a good species for your purpose. Okay. Okay, about the carbon. They have a very effective function. But the longevity of the leaves of each bamboo is very small, short, only the 1 year. But they change many times. So the cycle of the carbon is very fast. So as a result, carbon sequestration ability of bamboo is high. It is said in some countries. Also in the dwarf sasa, function is very high because the density of carbon is very high in the natural vegetation of dwarf bamboo. Yeah, in case of the large size bamboo, the density of carbon of each per hectare is only about 10,000 carbon per hectare. But in case of dwarf sasa, the density of carbon is about 4 million per hectare. So the density of the carbon is very high. So the carbon sequence ability is also high, I think.
Thank you so much. Maybe I just want to try to make some summarize for today's lecture. So actually we have so many bamboo species, and by today's lecture we can learn how to regard and value local material for the development of our region or our country, especially bamboo. And the easiest way to know or to compare or to understand which one is bamboo coming from the tropical region or from the temperate is characteristics of growing. In the tropical region, mostly bamboo growing with sympodial system, and in the temperate monopodial. Jadi bambu di tropical sama di daerah subtropis ada perbedaan tumbuh. Jadi kalau bambu di daerah tropis umumnya simpodial, merumpun. Dan bambu di daerah subtropis itu umumnya monopodial, jadi bambunya satu-satu. Itu yang bedanya antara bambu di negara kita dan negara di iklim yang punya iklim empat musim ya. Jadi bentuknya satu-satu. Makanya kalau di kita mungkin tidak akan mungkin atau sulit menemukan bambu yang satu-satu kecuali di Jepang. Kemudian sebetulnya tadi yang menarik disampaikan oleh Sensei terkait dengan spesies bambu yang kerdil ya, atau dwarf bambu. Itu nama lainnya adalah sasa bambu. Itu bambu yang unik dan di kita mungkin itu tidak ada. Dan tadi terkait pertanyaan dari mas-mas yang ada di belakang tadi, mahasiswa, bagus sekali pertanyaannya. Bagaimana terkait dengan efektivitas untuk penyerapan karbon. Jadi untuk bambu yang kecil, itu yang sasa bambu, dia punya density yang tinggi. Jadi terkait dengan density yang tinggi, dia akan mempengaruhi seberapa besar tingkat efektivitas dalam penyerapan suatu karbon ya. Jadi kalau bambu itu kan dia merumpun yang kecil itu dibandingkan dengan bambu yang besar. Kemudian yang lain tadi sebenarnya menarik pertanyaan dari yang PWK, kemudian dari Farid ya terkait dengan skyscraper building dan lain sebagainya. Sebenarnya jawaban saya tadi kalau di Indonesia itu belum ada pengalaman terkait dengan bangunan yang tinggi atau high rise building ya, tapi yang jelas di kita sudah mulai dipakai mungkin kalau mau belajar tentang low carbon tadi untuk atau zero carbon untuk bambu material, itu bisa belajar di ada green school ya di Bali, itu memakai bangunannya mostly dengan bambu ya, material bambu itu bisa. Tapi untuk memang bangunan yang tinggi sepertinya masih jarang ya. Itu riset yang menarik, nanti mungkin bisa dilakukan oleh teman-teman di arsitektur untuk coba memilih bagaimana spesies yang cocok. Kemudian bambu merupakan material yang punya potensi sekali karena dia mudah sekali untuk dibudidaya. Jadi bambu easy to cultivate, kemudian easy to growing, dan easy to adapt dengan iklim yang ekstrim ya. Jadi tadi dilihat di grafik itu baik itu musim panas musim dingin daunnya tetap ada. Kalau mungkin vegetasi yang lain dia sudah rontok daunnya ketika musim dingin, tapi justru di bambu di spesies tertentu itu malah dia banyak yang saat gelap gitu ya, jadi ada pengaruh cahaya, jadi pas begitu gelap musim dingin malah dia banyak. Intinya itu. Kemudian yang keywordnya untuk kuliah pada siang hari ini adalah yang pertama itu penggunaan bioresources ya, atau sumber daya lokal. Jadi bagaimana kita memberdayakan sumber daya lokal untuk tadi ada keyword nature based solution ya, itu juga keyword yang bagus untuk kuliah pada ini. Kemudian ada low impact development. Kemudian lagi tadi Sensei cerita tentang disaster avoidance, atau dalam ini sebetulnya bagaimana usaha untuk mengurangi tingkat risiko bencana atau disaster risk reduction ya, untuk menggunakan material bambu. Dan kalau kita lihat di slide paparan pertama Sensei, itu adalah bagaimana negaranya itu sangat sekali menghargai dokumentasi tentang sejarah, maupun baik itu budaya maupun sejarah maupun sumber daya alam lokal itu didokumentasikan dengan sangat baik. Bahkan pada abad ke-17 ya, mereka sudah punya dokumen horticulture yang sangat bagus sekali, buku. Mudah-mudahan kita bisa ikuti itu ya sebagai saintis atau sebagai di sini yang tokoh-tokoh yang punya basic di edukasi. Mulai dari saat ini bagaimana kita belajar untuk bersama-sama menghargai, yang pertama adalah budaya lokal, kemudian sumber daya lokal yang ada, kemudian yang lain adalah belajar budaya sebelum nantinya kita terbalik, malah kita belajar budaya kita dari orang lain gitu ya. Karena apa? Kalau kita belajar atau budaya sendiri itu kita bisa leading, tapi kalau selama kita belajar budaya orang lain atau kita mengikuti budaya orang lain, itu paling banter kita jadi nomor 2, kita nggak pernah jadi nomor 1. Tapi kalau kita belajar budaya sendiri kita bisa jadi nomor 1 ya. Jadi intinya Sensei mau menekankan itu pada kuliah pada hari ini. Mungkin itu. Maybe another participant who want to give question or comment? Sudah cukup? Jelas kuliah pada pagi ini? Okay, Sensei, thank you so much for your presentation today. It's very interesting presentation and amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, I will give the opportunity. I will give my microphone to the committee to continue the agenda today. Please, time's yours.
Thanks to Professor Shozo SHIBATA for the information and knowledge which have been given to us. And thank you to Mr. Anggi Mardianto who has guided the discussion at today's event. Diingatkan kepada seluruh peserta seminar Bamboo and Landscape Japanese Landscape Architecture, dimohon untuk mengisi presensi yang dapat diakses pada link berikut.
To Bamboo Japanese Landscape Architecture, we would like to invite all participants to take picture together.
Ladies and gentlemen, the agenda today is about to the end.
As Master of Ceremony, I'm Arka, student at Landscape Architecture ITERA, with my partner.
I'm Nabila, student at Landscape Architecture ITERA.
Apologize for any mistake.
Thank you for your attention.
Good afternoon and
see you on the next event. Wassalamualaikum
Assalamualaikum
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.